In a village named Shamnagar, there lived three best friends, Sudha, Sheila, and Meera. They all studied together in a school. They all were best friends. Sudha and Sheila were extremely rich friends. Sudha was a carefree and cool girl, and Sheila was extremely stingy, whereas Meera was from a poor family. Sheila and Sudha never made Meera feel that she was poor. Now, all three of them were adults. Once they completed their graduation, they were pursuing their respective careers. Like this, days passed. One day, when Meera was getting ready to go back to work, when she got a call from Sheila. Then Meera, "Hey, hi Sheila, how are you? You called me after such a long time. Are you done with your breakfast? How did you know that I was having my breakfast? Your home-cooked breakfast is wonderful and it's alive. What an aroma! Wow, super! It's amazing. Yes, you only talk and never show up. You only invite people to your house. This is not done. Wait, I'm going to call Sudha right now." Sudha picks up the call. "Hi guys, what's going on? It seems that Queen has just woken up. The party actually continued into the wee hours of last night, which is why I just got up. Now, how will this girl remember us if she attends so many parties? No, you both are my best friends, and my life would be so boring without you guys." At this point, everyone begins to chuckle, and Sudha continues. "Meera, we haven't eaten any of your meals you made in so long. Therefore, we will only meet this time at your home. Yes, that is why we called you." After the 7 days had ended, Sheila and Sudha visit Meera's home. Sheila and Sudha were horrified to see there were 2 police officers guarding Meera's home. But neither of them approached Meera to inquire further. They now sat down and gave each other hugs before talking. "Meera, will you keep talking or will you even bring something to eat?" Yes, I'm bringing it. I have been making your preferred breakfast since morning. What are you waiting for? Bring it right away." While enjoying their breakfast together, Meera, Sheila, and Sudha decide to take a trip. At that point, Sudha said, "Let's plan something different. Let's go for a trip at this time. How's the idea?" "Oh, no. If we travel, a lot of money will be spent. And you are aware of how much I hate spending money on unnecessary things. You haven't changed a bit, you miser." Sheila and Meera burst out laughing as Sudha said this. When Sheila further said, Okay, fine. Okay then, let's go for shopping." The group quickly gathers at Sudha's place on the second day, after which they go on an extensive shopping spree. Sudha was carelessly wasting money while shopping, and Sheila noticed her. "Sudha, please, cut back on your spending. You were paying the same price as the merchant. Are you aware that I just saved your 3,000 rupees today? And why did you feel the need to carry around so much cash? When will you get better?" "I don't know." "What? Did you actually save my 3,000 rupees today? If we work, we should value money as well. If you have a card, why do you need to carry so much cash?" "Sheila, don't start now. I know that. You're stingy and I am not." As the 3 friends were talking, suddenly a bike came from behind and quickly snatched away Sudha's purse. Sudha started screaming loudly, "Oh no, not my purse! Once I get you in my hands, then you will see. See, didn't I tell you?" On the other side, Meera called someone and the cops arrived in no time, handing Sudha's purse to Meera.
As much as we searched for this criminal for a long time, madam, we only managed to catch him today, thanks to the awareness.
As he said this, the officers gave Meera a salute. Seeing this, Sudha and Sheila were astounded. "Meera, you are..." "Yes, I am the PSI of the city." Now Sudha and Sheila also salute Meera and they go home together and have a lot of fun. They start meeting each other.
There lived a tailor, Simon, in a village called Moratok. His wife Sophie, his 3 daughters, Stella, Sarah and Susie were there in his family. In a few days, the 3 daughters had their brother. Simon and Sophie named him Robert. Since he was the youngest in the family, he was dear to everyone. His needs got fulfilled very quickly. His sisters took very good care of him. He was growing now. Stella taught him. Sarah and Susie used to feed him and took care of him. When Robert grew up a little bit, Sophie started going to her husband's shop and started working there. Seeing this, Stella told Sophie one day, "Mother, will you go to the shop every day now?" "Yes, dear, I will have to go. Otherwise, how are we going to survive?" "Mother, you can go to the shop. We will take proper care of Robert." "I'm going to the shop, okay? All 3 of you, please don't fight with each other." "Yes, Ma." Saying this, Sophie goes to the shop. Now, Sophie starts stitching clothes with her husband. Simon says to Sophie,
Sophie, why did you start coming to the shop so soon? Our children are very young right now. You need to take care of them.
"You are right, but seeing your gradually increasing workload, I cannot sit idle at home. That's the reason I told Stella to take care and I came here."
Okay, fine.
Now Sophie and Simon stitched clothes on the shop together. After completing their work, they stepped out to go home. Now they bought some sweets while coming home. Children saw sweets in their hands and became very happy. And Robert told Simon,
"Daddy, did you bring these sweets for me?"
Yes, I have got different sweets for each one of you.
Now Simon sits with his children and Sophie goes and cooks food. Each child was happy to get their favorite thing. Everyone goes to sleep after having food. We are very fortunate, isn't it? Our daughters are so sensible.
Yes, Sophie, you are right. We are really very fortunate that we have such responsible daughters.
After I joined the shop, all of them take care of Robert and the house as well.
Yes, this is absolutely right. Come on, let's sleep now. We have to wake up early and go to the shop as well.
Yes. Saying this, Simon and Sophie go to sleep. The next day, as usual, Simon wakes up early and goes to the shop and starts working there. Then, after some time, Sophie also comes to the shop. After they used to go to the shop, Stella took care of household responsibilities. Few years passed. Robert had become very lazy. He used to sleep after having meal. He didn't care about his responsibilities. After few days, Robert's sisters got married and all the 3 of them went to their in-laws' house. Now Robert, Sophie and Simon lived in that house. Now no one did Robert's work. One day, Simon told Robert,
Robert, how long will you sit idle at home? Start doing some work or come with me and do the stitching work.
"Daddy, I don't know stitching and I am not going to stitch clothes and all."
Okay, do whatever you feel like doing, but understand one thing. Now we too are tired. We are not going to stay with you forever.
Yeah, I will do something or the other. Don't try to preach.
Come, Sophie, now we will take rest. He will do whatever he wants.
Now Simon and Sophie go from there. One day, their eldest daughter Stella came to meet them. Her mother and father were very happy to see her. Sophie told her daughter about Robert's behavior. Hearing all this, Stella told her parents, "Mom, Dad, both of you have worked very hard all these years. Now you should go on a pilgrimage and spend some time there. This will give you peace of mind and will let Robert realize his mistakes." "Yes, dear, you are right."
We will act this way.
Thinking this, Simon and Sophie went on a pilgrimage. Nobody except Stella knew about this. That's why Robert was worried, thinking, who will do his work now? Then he went outside and sat there. He saw an entire family passing by on the street. Then it came to his mind,
My family is also like this one, but where did my parents go? I don't know.
Then among the people who were passing on the street, the eldest son took the bag from his tired father's shoulder and asked him to walk freely. Robert recalls what his father had said and he got tears in his eyes. He felt that he had wrongly treated his parents.
I am a very bad son. I have mistreated my parents. Now, when my parents will come back home, I will give them lots of happiness. I will obey whatever they will say. And I will try to keep them happy always.
While Robert was thinking this, he saw his parents coming towards him. Seeing them coming home, Robert ran very happy.
There was a beautiful town, Rockville, where Alice was living with her parents. Her parents were very tired, hence she used to do all the chores. And that's not it. She used to do all the chores outside the house too. If someone asked for help, she would do it. One such day,
Hey Alice, I need help to finish my work. Will you do it? I will even pay for it. Yes, I will definitely help you, Auntie. I will finish this work, then come to your place. Okay, Alice, but don't be too late.
Auntie returned to her home. After finishing her house chores, Alice went to her auntie's house. Alice finished auntie's house chores too and was about to leave the house without taking any money from her.
Oh, Alice, you forget to take your money. That's okay, Auntie. There is no need to hurry. You can pay me later. Okay, fine. As you wish. I will pay you later. Bye. I will see you later.
Next day, Alice woke up early and went to work at a farm. When she finished her chores and returned home, she saw that her father is not looking well. He was sick. Alice took him to the hospital without wasting time.
Dad, don't worry. You will be fine.
I hope so, dear. After admitting her father into the hospital, Alice went to the reception counter to fill the necessary forms. There she learned that she had to pay 20,000 rupees as advance.
Can I pay this amount after some time? No, madam. You have to pay it right now. Otherwise, we will not treat the patient. Madam, please help me. I don't have that much money right now. I only have 5,000 rupees with me. Is it enough to start treatment? I am sorry. This is the rule of our hospital. I can't break it.
Hearing this, Alice became very sad. So the accountant told her,
Madam, why don't you give us 5,000 rupees right now and pay the remaining amount later? Okay, madam. Thank you very much.
Alice left the hospital and started thinking. She was worried about how she was going to pay so much money for her father's treatment.
What am I going to do now? How can I arrange so much money?
She sat for a while and started thinking about this problem. She still couldn't find a way to arrange the fees. She was so frustrated that she picked up a stone and threw it on the ground. As soon as the stone hit the ground, it started shining brightly, and then a beautiful fairy appeared in place of the stone. She asked Alice,
Hey dear girl, I was locked in this stone for many years. I was cursed because of my wrong deeds. Was told that I will be free only after an honest and kind girl touched me. You have released me from my curse. Really? Yes, it is true, dear. And for this, I will grant you a wish. You can ask for anything as you wish. I will fulfill it. Oh dear fairy, my father is very sick and I need money for his treatment. Sweet girl, don't worry, I will help you. But how can I accept help from you? You help me to get rid of this curse, and for that I will give you anything that you ask for.
Alice told her everything. Fairy was very sad after hearing her story.
Dear, please take this. This is my gift to you. This necklace will always help you and it will give you whatever you ask from it. If you feel that you need my help, then remember me in your mind. I will come to you.
Saying this, the fairy disappeared. Alice watched this in awe with the golden necklace in her hand. Alice returned home with the necklace and told her mother about it.
Oh, magical necklace, I need money for my father's treatment. Will you help me?
As soon as she uttered the word, they saw a light, and when the light fed, they saw money lying on the floor. Alice and her mother were astonished to see this. Alice rushed to the hospital with the money and paid for her father's treatment. After some time, she went to the same place where she met the fairy. She called the fairy in her mind, and the fairy appeared in front of her.
Oh, fairy, your magical necklace really helped me. I have paid fees for my father's treatment and now I want to return this necklace to you. I gave this necklace because you are a very honest girl. You can keep this necklace and use it to solve your as well as others people's problem. Do you really trust me, dear fairy? Yes, Alice. I will always help people who are poor or in need. Now I have to go. Okay, dear fairy.
The fairy disappeared, making Alice the owner of the necklace. After some days, Alice's father got well and returned home. Radha started doing her chores as usual. She never used the necklace for her own greed. Instead, she used it to help people in need. And this way, she lived happily with her family.
Who is she?
She is the daughter of Elizabeth and Aidan.
When Ronald looked closely at her, he noticed that she was glowing in the sunlight. Soon it was dark and the stars began to twinkle in the clear night sky.
I think I must take my leave now.
Just then, Eden arrived.
Who is that man?
He is a knight who is set out on a mission. His name is Ronald.
Ronald, where are you going? I need to see King Richard immediately. You must go right now. This jungle is not safe for nighttime travel. You are welcome to stay with us for the night. You are extremely kind, sir.
Eden, Eve and Roland had returned home. Eve was relaxing in the backyard. Roland also arrived at that very moment and sat down next to her. Eventually, they struck up a conversation. Roland eventually went inside and slept there. When Eden looked into her room, she was nowhere to be found. Roland awoke as he heard her voice coming from outside the house. Roland was astonished when he realized that Eve had been attacked by a lion and was bravely defending herself. With their combined intelligence, they both killed the lion. Roland returned home with Eve. On seeing them coming back home, Elizabeth and Eden finally sighed in relief.
Thank you so much, Roland.
Roland and Eve were now in deep love with each other. Why are you going to the kingdom of King Richard?
To search and kill the monster and to bring peace to the people of that kingdom.
Okay then, I too shall go with you.
No, I will go there alone. And I promise you that I will surely come back to you. My love, don't worry.
No, I too will come with you. Roland had no choice but to bring Eve with him. Eve and Roland both set out towards King Richard's kingdom. They were able to hear the monster's terrifying howls. The monster emerged from his cave when he saw Roland and Eve. With a lot of bravado, Roland and Eve taught the monster a lesson, captured him and brought him before King Richard. King Richard was incredibly amazed. From the bottom of his heart, he expressed his gratitude to Roland and Eve. The king suddenly saw a birthmark on Eve's hand that looked just like his daughter's, and he instantly recognized it.
My lady, what is your name? Can you call your parents here?
Yes, Your Majesty, my name is Eve, but my parents live in a different kingdom. Just then, the king ordered his soldiers to go to the other kingdom and bring back Elizabeth and Aidan with all due respect. The servants brought both of them back to the kingdom of King Richard. When he finally saw his daughter Elizabeth, he was overjoyed.
Due to my ego and pride, I had built a wall so strong between us, and that's why you had to stay away from me for so long. Our entire kingdom is freed.
Now, King Richard crowned Eve as the queen of the kingdom. After a few days, Eve and Roland were married. Now their entire family started living happily ever after. Due to the bravery and intelligence of Roland, they brought many changes in the kingdom for the welfare of the people. Even the subjects of the kingdom were elated to see those changes.